All right, hey, it's me, John in the desert. And Melissa and I have been doing a lot of backcountry camping. It gets cold out here. We're out in the Mojave Desert. You can see what a beautiful sunset we have. But now it's time to go to bed. And God, up in that rooftop tent, get a little chilly. So we're using one of these diesel-fired heaters. But people often say, well, how do you plumb it into your tent? Well, this is a little video. I'm going to give you all the secrets and show you how we did it. So let's go to those videos, and then we'll go ahead and show you it in action. Good morning from wintertime Moab, Utah. Gosh, always got projects going, but today's project is putting heat into that tent right there. Yep, so Melissa and I are going to go out across the desert. We're going to go run the Mojave Road and a few points all beyond. And holy cow, as you can see from the weather, it's a little cold outside. A little snow on the ground. Anyway, so today's project is putting heat into the tent. Yeah, so I came up with this wacky idea. Now, this is one of the deck little porthole for a like a kayak. If you can mount these into the deck of a kayak, and that way you have a little in-deck storage. And I bought this online, and I think this can be the secret to what I do today. So here in the shop, I cut a couple of these rings. Cut them out on the CNC plasma cutter. Now, if you don't happen to have a plasma cutter, I understand. You could probably make these yourselves. It'd probably just take a little longer. Is jigsaw and a drill press. Cut out some rings, and that was for the back side of here. So these are going to be basically the backing plates behind here. So I'm going to sandwich these two plates on the tent material itself. Once I have the tent material between them, everything glued in place and bolted through, I'm then going to take an X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut the diameter here, and then I'll have the ability to bolt this in. So now I'm using a little bit of this, well, this is called goop, but it's like the shoe goo stuff. It's just a super strong clear adhesive, kind of a rubber cement. I'm going to put it on my backing plates here, and then I'm going to sandwich them into the tent wall. But instead of using the wall, I think I'm going to go for the door. So with the glue on the backside, I've gone ahead and stuck it down onto the material. So it's stuck there. Obviously, it's going to take some time to dry. And I've got a piece of plywood under it. So now I'm going to take the opportunity now to drill right down through the holes, through the material, and then I can put this second ring on the other side of the material glued in place as well. That's my next step. All right, got all 6 of them drilled in. Time to flip it over and do the same thing on the back side. So we've got our hole that's been put in here. You saw how that went in. Got our little diesel-fired heater, got it plumbed in. I put a 12-volt outlet on the side of my truck here so I can go ahead and just plug it right in. It's ready to go to get it started. I just need to hit the center button, and it's going to go through its fire-up mode. But let's go ahead and get the ducting from here to there put in. That's our next step. Right, and what did we use for ducting for this job? It's a piece of this expandable aluminum ducting and a couple of elbow twists, and here's a 3-inch to 4-inch adapter. Now that 3-inch to 4-inch adapter for this case right there, you can look up top, camera, there you go. So that's a little under a 4-inch opening. So this 3-inch to 4-inch adapter traps itself inside perfectly. So I'll have Melissa upstairs. She'll slide this in from the inside, and you'll see just how it hooks up. All right, Melissa, why don't you go ahead and me that tube. Send it right on down. You betcha. Perfect. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. All right, now this is that expandable ducting. So her holding that in, I'm just going to stretch this right on down. Keep stretching it, and have to take a step back so you can see how long it is. All right, making the final connections. Put one of these quick fists on the side of the vehicle here. so I can go ahead and capture the tube so it doesn't get blown around in the night, make all sorts of clinkety clankety noises. So just to kind of help hold it in place, and then just stuff the other end on here, and we are good to go. So we can play with the temperature settings on here, and I've got a remote control up inside the tent, so if it's a little too chilly, I can kick it up at a couple of degrees. But that's about as simple and easy as it can be. Right now, it's firing up. We're gonna be toasty warm here in just a couple of minutes. John in the desert saying, hey, I'd like to hang out, but I got things to do.